Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis-Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. What a game, and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Auburn's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his...
He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Makes his man miss. Ripping through the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Auburn! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Trying play action. Got him downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He's got an open man, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers!
Touchdown. Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Mississippi State, 7.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. To the ground with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn! On to attempt the try.
Number 28 in the end zone.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
You do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. A new set of downs after the completion.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on second down for this offense.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd...
And into the end zone. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up second down.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Mississippi State, 7.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my...
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Mississippi State.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got his man down the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Riley. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. On target. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The run to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. Still running at the 40. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he drops the throw. That's caught. It's Daly. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Daly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. Our wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it in the middle. It's Daly.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets...
Touchdown, Auburn! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Getting some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Corrals it at the 45. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quarterback checking off. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on the 4th.
There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in.
Yeah, I mean, that close. Literally, you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Man, I'm taking my chances with that.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Hand off from the shotgun. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Completes it in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Daly. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Daly.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Give to the running back. Ran through the contact. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to a running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The inside handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Good, solid tackle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great...
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Auburn 84, Mississippi State 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. And the beatdown has ensued. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Catch in the middle, it's Hoyer. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. Complete downfield. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's his fourth interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like...
He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hoyer. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look